All right, we're gonna get it popping, pumping, and jumping. Dose, you ready, man?
On this episode of National Geographic, we take a look
Are
at
you ready?
squirrels.
I want to know if you're ready though. Did you get your cider?
In winter,
Did you get your cider?
it reaches lows of -11
I don't think so. You can't hear me.
and highs of 24.
Why can't you hear me?
This is Stream Soon. Brad, how we doing, man? What's going on?
I don't know. Can you hear me? Test it. 1, 2, 3.
Yo, oh my goodness, that's funny. Hey,
What, man? I
dude,
can't stand you
let
sometimes.
me ask you this before we.
Let me ask you. Can you hear me?
You sound amazing.
Okay.
You sound,
Okay.
You
Perfect.
sound like you're in the studio right now, Brad.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Okay.
That's
Now
what
let
I
me
like.
let me ask you. So you ever get those mints? You know, like the donut mints, but they're like lifesavers, like the green ones, not the blue one. The
Yeah.
blue ones. Come on, man. If you buy the Winto green, you need to get out of here. But the
You
green.
need to get the
ones-
orange ones. The orange ones are the ones that snap.
Okay, well, Red. Look, I'm in Ohio. We don't have orange ones. We only got we got basic. We got blue, green, and another blue one. So are you getting the green ones?
No,
You're getting the green ones. Right?
I'm getting the orange ones.
All right. I bought this bag, $10, dude. It's huge, man, and woo, it's different. They different, but I think they're poisonous to dogs. So not good.
That's hella random. All right, man. Let's get it popping, dude. You're a fool, man. You ready?
No, I'm ready. Come on, man.
All right, man. Don't be boiling, dog. Don't be boiling. Let's get it popping. Yo, welcome to Last Second Sports, where we giving our take down to the last second. It's your boy Rad out here, Rip City, Portland, Oregon. Big repping those Detroit Lions. I don't know what he doing. He left the show, but it don't matter because we about to go. It's about to be on and popping. But oh, he's back. There he is.
That was a little fast for me, Brad. You kind of you put in the 1.25 speed, Brad. I wasn't ready for all that.
The
Oh my
down
goodness.
to the
I
last
threw it down
second.
though. You saw
Did you
that.
throw it down?
I-
I didn't see you throw it down.
dude? Well, I can't show you again. But
Anyways, let's get it popping. I got that guy, Young Simba, aka Mixed Stats. Dose. What's happening, Brody?
let me give you a story.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have a story, but if I did, this would be the best.
Can I get the clap? Can
Chat, how we
I
doing?
get the clap? Can I get the
Where you're
clap?
sitting right now, if you're on the phone, I would assume most people are watching through their phone.
Mhm.
Ken, I know Ken's watching through his computer. You know, that's just no, he's not. He's got emojis in there. He's watching through his phone. So let me
Okay.
say this: wherever you are,
Say.
put the phone down, clap a little bit. Let's get this thing rolling, man. I gotta
Let's get
fix
it
the camera.
popping.
I'm fuzzy. Okay. hold
Low
on.
key, you are. Low key, you are fuzzy.
I think that's a connection thing. My connection.
Low key.
Ooh, how does it look now, Red?
You still a little.
Do I look good?
You know what? You look fuzzy, but it's okay.
Why do I look fuzzy? All right.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's that day.
But hey,
Fine.
let's let them know what they tapped in for today. We're going to do the 53-man roster. We're going to see who's going to make it and who ain't. And then we're going to also talk about that wide receiver battle, who's on the bubble. I know who I'm picking. I think Dose is picking Don Kennedy. So we're going to see. But we're going to bring... you're going Kennedy, right?
Hey, I'll take Don all day. All I was gonna say is this is our 2.0 version. You know how they do like mock drafts 12.0?
Mhm.
This is 2.0 for us because we made one of these before, and I think this is a good idea because we keep updating these closer to the season. They're gonna change as we get news, as we watch players, as our opinions change. Maybe we'll hit it by the time the season starts, or not season, but when they make cuts.
Well, I know I'm going to hit it.
So,
I know
but
that.
I've already
I know.
hit it. That's what I'm saying. Like I've already hit it. You know what I'm saying?
You got Gerard Davis making the team, so you've already
that's,
messed up.
That's why you've messed up, right? I'm telling you. Look, I'm
You've-
just here for advice.
Hey, we got the guy. We bringing him back on. He was on with us earlier. Yo, clap it up. Clap it up.
It's good to have him, man.
Mr. Cool Raul.
Oof.
Let's welcome him to the show. What's happening, baby? Oh, there you go.
Down with the last second.
Let's get
like
it, baby.
That.
I came down to the last second. I love it, baby.
Here, you pull it down. You pull it down.
He already pulled it down.
Oh.
Down
to
the last
hey, that was better than mine. That's better than mine.
I didn't want to tell you. Yours was terrible, but we're going to move past that. I didn't want to say it, but since we're putting it out there, it was kind of... But it's okay, man. You know, you live and you learn.
You didn't have to discredit mine. I was just showing love. You
I didn't discredit.
Took it a step further. Not only did you say his was better than mine, you also had to throw shade at mine. You could have just been like, "Yeah, this is better."
You know what?
Great, but it was. You know what I mean?
You're right. Let me apologize. I'm sorry, man.
I appreciate it. I'm happy to be here though. It's actually I think it's been a while since we've done a live on your channel. I really don't know when's the last time, but it's good to be back, man. Let's see the Niners fans. Where are we at? We got Steeler Nation.
I don't know if they're in the building yet. I don't know if that Niner Nation's in the building. It's okay though. You know what I mean? They lucky we don't play this year because we smack them this season straight up. I really think we would beat the Niners this year, but you know that's besides the point. You know.
Well, okay. I'll just say this because Cool Raul, I think it's like his second time on with us. Feel free to jump in whenever, like just because these are kind of just random. Me and Rad when we go, but
right.
All right.
Like we said, this is our two. So I'm gonna throw it up on the screen. I didn't create it yet. Rad hasn't created one yet. We're going to just work through it in our heads. We'll see what it looks like when we get done with these 53. But at the same time, if there's anything you guys want to bring up in the chat to talk about, go for it. I saw the Kevin Durant news. I don't know if Cool Raul, you follow the NBA? Are you an NBA guy?
Not really, no.
No? Okay, what is it? Are you any other sports than football or just football?
Pretty much just football. Yeah, no, I don't follow anything real close. Used to be into the b-ball back in the day. It kind of went to prima donnaville, and you know, everybody's crying about something in that game, and I think there's too much money floating around going to these guys' heads. But no, I'm more of the brutalization kind of sports. I like football. I like hockey highlights.
Hockey highlights. Okay. Do you watch our UFC?
Yeah, definitely. I'm into boxing.
Okay.
I was pulling for Canelo against the Russian.
Okay.
Always.
But yeah, no, I follow that a bit too.
All right,
sure.
All right. I like that. I had to bring it up because I know it's probably going to pop up in the chat, and I saw the Durant news. Actually, I just got off a call with someone else, and he brought it up immediately. It's like, all right, yeah, Kevin Durant. Durant's
going to the Trailblazers. He's gonna be a Trailblazer.
What?
Yeah, he's gonna be a Trailblazer.
That'd be cool. For
Look. I don't follow basketball too much, but I follow the Blazers more than anybody because I live out here in Portland, and then I kind of follow the Detroit Pistons because that's my hometown. But he's going to the Blazers, bro. Him and Damian Lillard about to tag team it, get us a championship, and it is what it is.
Yes,
but I root for the Pistons also. Like that's my East Coast team. Blazers is my Western Conference team. But I don't really keep up with basketball until it's playoff time, to be real, because I don't really think they play hard until it's playoff time. And I don't know. I can't watch a full basketball game. I watched the final. I was
born in Phoenix, so I followed the Suns for a long time. Then they went through a dry spell. And then they made it all the way, to the finals a year ago, but that was disappointing. So
how old are you, Ro?
I'm 41.
Okay, so you seen Barkley play and Dan Marley and all them. Okay,
Steve Nash back in the day.
Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, Joe Johnson. Okay,
yeah.
So you remember all that era. Okay, so yeah, we around the same age. So you an 80s baby?
Yes, sir.
Or 79? 1980 on the head?
81.
81. Okay.
81.
Okay, Playboy. Okay, Raul. Got to know you a little bit. Dose.
Yeah.
We know you was born in 2010, but it's okay. But I still love you.
I appreciate. No, look, I sent you the 53, the outline for the 53. So
I didn't know you were ready. If you're ready, let me know. We can get it popping.
I just wanted to get prepared. I'm just reading through the chat because they're talking about basketball right now. My man said,
Chat, if y'all see any
UFC.
basketball, we could talk basketball too. UFC fans.
Jimmy G to the Browns. Cool, Raul, I want to get your thoughts on this, and Rad's too, but I think I kind of know where Rad stands when it comes to like the Baker Mayfields and stuff like that, but you brought it up in our show earlier. You know, you had a couple guys on your mind when you were thinking about the Jimmy G's, the Baker Mayfield. Just what are your thoughts about where do you think Baker Mayfield maybe ends up? I'll start there. And secondly, there's always been those weird rumors that pop up, and it's like, hey, Baker Mayfield to the Lions. Would you be for that?
Yeah, no, I don't see what would be wrong with that. Like I said earlier, I understand where they're coming from, not trying to rattle Goff about anything and just keep his confidence high. But if it was me, I'd bring in some top-notch competition just to bring out the best in his game, even, because competition breeds excellence, I believe,
Correct.
So,
100%.
That's kind of where I am on that. But
Okay.
I don't know who else we might look at as far as another top-notch quarterback, and I really think with all the Watson drama that Baker's probably going to stay where he's at this coming year.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's a mess. I mean, my goodness.
So I don't know how that'll play out.
So is Watson getting suspended?
Well, I think nothing has been finalized, but all arrows are pointing to anywhere from a full year to an indefinite suspension. People are even mentioning. So that's basically a huge financial mistake for Cleveland, I think. So sucks to be them.
Dude, I'm telling you, I thought that decision was strange from the beginning, when you just won a playoff game with that guy. And I thought the position they put him in was awful last year. And I'm not the biggest Baker guy to say, but I just thought it was messed up how they handled that whole situation. And to what you said, I've been seeing a year. I got one post that I saw that said 6 to 8 weeks. Aside from that, everything said a year to me. And I guess the good thing is because I guess his contract backs up, so I guess they get the year back or something. Either way, it's just wild because you don't want to play with that, man. Like, if you feel like this is your window, you got to hit it because it affects everybody else on that roster.
I'm serious. If they don't give him at least 8 weeks, I mean, the NFL is losing every female fan out there. So I think they're looking at throwing the book at him, and
that's crazy.
Can't say I blame him.
I like Watson too. I'm a fan, but
he is.
It
very
ain't looking
mobile.
good, brother.
I know, seriously.
Good. Hey, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Von D Gaming. He says salute,
What up,
bro.
Von D?
With the fire emoji. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the support. We appreciate everybody tapping in, and for that, I want to give you a little bit of. My guy Napoleon.
That just made me feel like breakdancing.
My guy Napoleon. All right. What's up? You ready to tap into the 53-man roster?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. And
okay.
On the chat.
Okay. So how we?
Eyes on the chat.
I will keep my eyes on the chat. How we gonna do it, y'all? We're gonna come to a agreement on the 53-man roster because I know we're gonna have some disagreements on who we feel like should make it, and we're gonna try to convince the other person on why this person should make it because I know Gerard Davis is not making my roster, so I would like to hear what Dose has to say about him making the roster. He's buns.
All right.
What? I'm sorry. Did I? I thought I was on mute.
No, you're good. I just can't tell if you have
bad.
it all if they're showing it or not. I was just typing in a couple obvious.
I'm showing it. It's all we ready to go, baby.
All right, I'm gonna type in some.
Should we do it here or the side? I think I like the side. Let's do the side. Let me see what the chat talking about today. I hope everybody having a good, beautiful, blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all drinking water. You dig. 49ers for life. What's up? You guys up top, UFC fans. I don't really keep up with it. Steeler Nation, man. What that's it? Nigerian squad stand up. Hey, you stand up though. KD isn't a team leader. I would agree, Steeler Nation. I don't think KD's really that big of a leader. I think he's a great basketball player, but like mentality wise, I don't really like him mentally just because what he did to Oklahoma City by leaving them to go jump on Golden State's team years back. I thought that was real. No, that was terrible, especially after Golden State put them out of the playoffs when they was up 3-1.
Right.
So it's like you wouldn't join the enemy. Like, nah, I'm not going to join the enemy. Like, we're gonna run it back. That's just how I grew up.
I feel it. No, I feel it. Like there ain't no way I would do that. At the park, I wouldn't do that. If I just get beat by a team, they're like, "Oh, you want to change teams?" Like, no, I don't want to change teams. I want to run it back.
Correct, 100%.
That's how you want to play. I feel it. I get where you're coming from with that one.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, that's just not how I get down. But you know, he's a good basketball player. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. We got another super chat from my man D Wingsman. First time in your chat. Love it. Radiant time.
Yep.
Is that
all love, man.
Is that a little bit of the rad mixed with the Dion?
Yeah.
What's up? Shout out to D Wingsman. Appreciate the love, baby. And for that,
yes, sir.
You already know. You know what? We're gonna switch it up. Get a little Carlton for you, baby. Little Carlton.
Loving it.
Oh, that's buddy I'll be talking to on Twitter right there. He got t-shirts made and everything. Shout out to D Wingsman, man. Appreciate it. Welcome to the show, baby.
All love, man. Appreciate you.
Real talk. Welcome to the show. All right, what's up?
I think I got the obvious names in there for each one.
Hold on now. Okay.
I mean, these are guarantees, right? These are 100% locks, probably even more. So I thought I'd throw those in there. Maybe not Boyle. I mean, we can talk about
Jamal Williams needs to go on. Raul, would you agree Jamal Williams on the roster?
Well, I mean, that's what I was going to ask you guys. I mean, if he goes on the pup or something, does that still take away a 53-man spot?
Are you talking about Jameson or are you talking about Jamal?
I was talking about the running back. I'm sorry. Oh, he's talking about Jameson. Okay. Jameson?
All right.
No, that frees up a roster spot for us.
It does, right? Okay, yes. But yeah, no, as far as Jamal, I love Jamal. Man, we need to have him in the mix for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's me.
All right, cool. Let's get him in there. Jamal. Let's stick at the quarterback position real quick because last year we kept 3. This year we could definitely keep 2. I think the issue part is they didn't know who it was, and then you throw on top of the fact that Boyle was hurt, so it was like, okay, we have to keep David Blau. So what are we thinking? We keeping 3 quarterbacks. I think Boyle's the 2, and I think you keep 2 on the 53.
I think it's 2, and I think it's Boyle.
I would agree. Yeah, I would keep them 2, and just stick Blau on the practice squad or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because it feels like they really like Blau, but it's just like with the depth that we have this year. I mean, you have to open up that spot. You can't keep a 3rd quarterback if Boyle is healthy. It just doesn't make sense.
Right.
I can't take away from. I don't even know. Like one of the, there's just.
If they had them both, and when Goff went down, I would have liked to see him rotate a little bit. If Boyle, isn't showing up, isn't balling out, why not let Blau get some time? All we had was a bunch of young guys out there trying to prove themselves. Yes. I mean, if he was suited up, I think they should have gave him a chance. But I think that just really shows that their confidence isn't all that high with him. So, why keep him on the 53 if you're not even going to give him no time in a situation where, it might warrant it. So.
Dude, that scared I thought one of you guys were talking, or someone just started talking in my ear about the 49. It was some weird video on ESPN. It was just
I didn't hear it.
The window open.
It scared me so much.
I didn't hear it. The truth, we're gonna stay on for a few, man. We're gonna be on. We're gonna be on, pumping and jumping.
Okay, so we're in agreement here. Running backs, we got switch.
So far,
it honestly gets interesting right at this spot because
Kabinda needs to be there.
Kabinda's
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think Kabinda's a lock in, and I think it's Godwin.
So we have Godwin, Craig Reynolds, Jamar Jefferson.
No, Craig Williams. Craig Reynolds, not Godwin.
Those are the 4, right? Those are
Reynolds.
The
4. Craig Reynolds.
Reynolds showed up.
I don't know why I say Godwin.
Last year. Yeah, he made some good runs, and
I'm with that.
He balled out.
I agree. I think Craig Reynolds has to make it, so you're at 3 backs. You
I think
you
that's
already
it.
know who I think is going to be in there.
I don't think Jefferson's gonna make it, but okay.
But here. Let me say this though, just to Jefferson's side. It's a point I haven't made before. But if you do think about it, and I'm not saying it would be difficult to re-sign Craig Reynolds or something, but next year, Jamar Jefferson's your only running back under contract if Greg Bell doesn't make the team. That's not named DeAndre Swift, and DeAndre Swift, we know that they're going to get in extension talks. So if you came in the next year, Swift is here. Greg Bell, I don't think he makes the team. I don't think any of us believe Greg Bell is going to make this team. So then you're heading into next year. I'm not saying you can't add another back, but you would be just down to those two under contract and Kabinda. So it may not be a bad move to keep him around this year, knowing that next year you would then want to have him too. That's all I'll throw out there about him. Raul, you got any thoughts on the rest? I mean, Godwin. We got Godwin. We got Jamar Jefferson. Am I missing one?
Well, I think Bell. Godwin, he brings, some kick return to the table too. So, I mean, Khalif goes down. At least you got a backup with Igwebuike right there. So I don't know if you're listing another,
I don't like the fumbling
only
issues.
Category or.
No, you're right. You're right.
I just don't think we keep him around just because you can return kicks. Like at that point, we can find another joker.
Because Khalif's my punt returner. Godwin's not a punt returner. Godwin's my kick returner. So
yeah.
I would just make Mike Hughes my kick returner. But I don't know if he's going to make the team. We'll have to see. We'll get the cornerback. Want to just leave it like this and come back to it if there's another spot open?
Running back, I think we should. Receivers, I think St. Brown's a lock. I don't know why he didn't make that first lock.
I was just trying to type.
You know what? It's okay, man. Players make mistakes. It's okay.
All right. We're all in agreement there.
Yep.
I think Josh Reynolds. I mean, that's easy money.
What up, Mike?
Two Reynolds. So those are the 4, and then behind that would be Trinity Benson, Quintez Cephas, Khalif Raymond, and then all the UDFAs: Khalil Pimpleton, Corey Sutton, Josh Johnson.
I think we got to keep 6 wide receivers. I mean,
absolutely. What 2 are you keeping in that? What other 2 are you keeping there?
If it was up to me, I'd probably go with Cephas and Khalif because I liked his play last year. He showed up in a couple crucial moments. He's smart with the football. He can get out of bounds when he needs to. He can cross over the middle, and he's got some speed to him. So,
all right.
So no Trinity Benson at all.
And that's hard because I'm pulling for him too. And I think it was Rad that said, they might be keeping him around just to save face because they threw some capital at him, and at least want to give him a chance. So, really, a lot of this, and I know it is an early 53-man prediction, but a lot of this is going to come down to when the pads come on in training camp. You really see somebody out there moving around and seeing what they could do in the pads. So, but yeah, that one's up in the air.
I mean, to piggyback, I think you're right. I just don't know. It's going to be a battle, 100%. Once training camp jump off, and it sucks that Cephas is even on that bubble as far as wide receivers, just because I think he brings a different element to the receiving core than any of the other jokers we have. And like I touched on, I think he can play the big slot if need be, kind of like Anquan Bolden did for us years back. I know what I'm getting out of Cephas. He's actually shown that he can kind of step up and be the guy before he got injured. He runs good routes. He's physical, good hands. He's not a burner, but we got burners now. So there's, I think we need a big body possession receiver. And that's what I think he brings to the table. Benson feels a little bit more like, J Moore or Chark. Not saying he's on their levels, but like body type, the type of route tree he can run and things like that. And then Raymond is our, I would say, gadget receiver. And he's tough. He runs blocks, returns punts well, and he can also move into the slot. I think that's probably where he's best fitted because on the outside, I don't think he was doing too much on the outside. So if it's me, I'm picking Cephas. I'm probably going Cephas. Because they want to save face, I'm probably going Cephas and Benson, and Raymond get pushed out.
See, that's my thing. My thing is
that's what I think could happen.
I don't think Benson would replace Khalif, because I think they look at Khalif as he brings punt returning, and he is, like you said, that gadget guy that will block. I think Raymond's shot would have to be he would have to replace someone that isn't that, because if you think about it, like out of all those receivers, unless they put Jamison back there, you know, I don't know who else plays that role necessarily. And on top of that, like to what Raul said at the beginning, Jamison Williams, he could be put on some sort of list to begin the season, and he may not count against a roster spot, and that could be Benson's way in for the time being until ultimately he gets moved out, maybe when Jamison comes back. And of course, if there's any sort of other injuries on the roster, someone else gets placed on a list. Now all of a sudden, Benson has a spot. Because I think what they said they like about Benson is he's got speed, and he's different than Quintez. Like you said, he's completely different than Quintez. So I would say maybe they keep all 7, and Jamison just is on some sort of a list to begin the year. I mean, I hope not, but it just might go down that way. Would that make sense?
It makes sense. It does. If JMO does, then we can. I think at that point we get what is it 4 weeks now for Pup, or is it 6? I think it's 4. I don't know for sure.
I think
they moved one of them, down to 4. I don't know if it was injury reserve.
Right. I don't know which one it was, but that would give us a little bit of time to see what we got out of those back end 3 receivers: the Cephas, the Bensons, the Raymonds.
Yup.
And then we can kind of see how it folds out. And then to your point, we can kind of flip it and do what we want to do at that point. So I think
even 6, we got the bye week right there, So I mean,
you're right. If we don't want to rush back,
just
JMO, bring
one
back
game difference. Yeah,
you got a point. Ken's saying it's 4. I don't know.
Okay, I was just gonna read. I thought I had it pulled up. It says, many years the NFL had the same rule. Pup list is 6 games. Players placed on would have to miss at least 6 games. However, the NFL has modified the pup list this offseason. Now players are eligible to begin practice after just 4 games, with no set minimum of practice to get back. So 4 weeks. So I think that would make sense for Jameson. That feels like if they're already saying that feels like a great spot. Put Jameson on that, keep Trinity Benson around, and keep some of that speed. Because if you don't have Jameson, what am I really losing? Is speed. Cephas doesn't bring that. Khalif does at a different level because of his size. Josh doesn't really bring it to that extent. They like Benson because of his speed, so he'd be a guy not that would fill in there, but would still bring some of that trait.
Right.
I feel that.
I'm gonna put a stop.
So let's leave that. But I think it's gonna shake out because JMO will start on like some type of pup list. So I think all those boys will make it. All those men should make it.
Okay, I like that. I like where we're going. Shout out to Chrome. What's going on, Chrome? Hey, let's go to tight end because this is cool. I need to hear the thoughts here because
those baby. Okay, hey, I'm sorry, my bad.
This is
my bad.
I'm gonna see. I might be most intrigued to see tight end of any position because we have so many tight ends, and to me, it just doesn't make sense that you would sign a guy like Garrett Griffin and have no role for him. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You're gonna probably keep 2. Hawkinson. Now again, James Mitchell falls into that boat, right? Is he another guy that gets placed on a pup list coming into the year, open up a spot, and now it would make sense, right? Because then you sign Devin Funchess. Clearly, they're trying to get something here. They wanted a receiving target in this group, and it makes me believe that maybe they're not confident James Mitchell's ready week 1. Because then you got Shane Zylstra in the mix. You have Garrett Griffin. You have Brock Wright. You have Devin Funchess. You have Nolan Given. I mean, it's deep, man. So I got to think James Mitchell's hitting a list, and then it's up to who's the number 2.
I think Mitchell's going to start off on that pub with the ACL. I don't think they're going to force him back. I think Brock Wright's making the team. Because I don't know if I'm right. Chat, let me know, or someone of y'all let me know. Isn't Brock Wright down at tight end you with TJ Hawkinson this year?
I actually have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought I seen some things that Brock Wright was down at tight end you.
Red, you follow tight end you closer than anybody I know, Red.
Well, I mean, hey man,
they talking about tight end you. I don't know.
They down there. Hey, look, they down there working on their craft. You know what I'm saying? Anytime somebody's working on their craft, I gotta tap in. But I thought I seen pictures of Brock Wright down at tight end you. If so, I mean, I think he's down there working on his craft. He should come back a better player. I think Brock Wright's gonna make it. Griffin, I don't see Griffin making the squad. I really don't. I think we're going to hold 2 tight ends until we see James Mitchell come back. I don't know. Then after that, he may have to push out Brock Wright depending on how he's playing. I see Funchess possibly making the team over Gary Griffin.
Absolutely. It's just they said he'd be tight end, so he'll list as the tight end. But he's not Brock Wright to me, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe he brings just enough, because Brock Wright, he just seems to have much more upside as a receiving target than Brock Wright. Brock Wright seems like the kind of guy at his ceiling, he's like, oh, we can check it down and get 5 yards. He's going to catch the football. We know he's going to catch it. He doesn't have a threatening ability, I feel like, once you're inside the 10. He's not threatening to make big plays. He's not a splash playmaker. Devin Funchess felt like a guy to me that if for some reason he didn't have TJ Hockenson, Devin Funchess can plug in and maybe give you some of that receiving element back that Shane Zylstra maybe didn't live up to last year that you needed when TJ Hockenson wasn't there. Someone that can threaten you a little bit. So, cool, Raul, man. What do you think about the whole tight end spot?
Well, we're definitely going to be making some cuts in that room because you're right. I mean, we are loaded up right there. I think, we got Hawk there. I think Brock Wright showed he can shine in some moments, so if the season started tomorrow, I think, he'd probably be a lock too. So, and then, that being said, Devin Funchess, he brings that element that Dan Campbell likes, which is, he's a Michigan guy. He was born in Michigan. He went to college in Michigan. So, he's got that hometown pride element that, I think they look to, and that the coaching staff appreciates that pride factor. I don't see why they made a move for Garrett Griffin unless they see him really competing for a spot. And that being said, they must be looking to do, some 12 personnel or something like that. They probably want to be able to beef up that front line to mix up the run game a little bit, and in the red zone, short yardage situations. So but potentially, I like Mitchell's ceiling. It was like Rad said. I don't know what his injury situation is right now. I'm not really sold on Zylstra, this Nolan Gibbon, and this Derek Deese. I don't know nothing about these guys. So
I don't see them.
Hey, Derek Deese.
I think it's gonna be Brock. It's gonna be Brock Wright. And I just looked it up.
Brock Wright, yeah.
Brock Wright is at tight end U with TJ Hockenson.
How about this theory, though?
What?
Hear me out. Because we know that where Dan Campbell's coming from, they're all about packages, being flexible. The one guy that makes this weird for all of us is because they have Jason Cabinda. I know it does for Rad because Rad looks at Cabinda as a flexible player that they can put at tight end if they need to. And they've even talked about that. And the deal they gave him, which was 2 years, it was a pretty hefty deal for a fullback.
Right.
But they did go out and sign Garrett Griffin early. Now they're getting out a Devin Funchess, which is more of the receiving side. Is there a scenario where they say, let's keep 3 tight ends? Because then you got your Hawks, who's your guy. Maybe get more of the blocker. Maybe it's a Brock Wright versus Garrett Griffin, and that's why they wanted competition. And then you have your Devin Funchess versus Shane Zylstras versus James Mitchell because he's probably going to miss some time. It's a deep that would be the surprise to me, of course, if they kept 3. But I think Jason Cabinda makes this all murky, man.
I agree. Can we type in? Can you type in Brock Wright though?
Right in there. Let's put Brock.
Yeah, let's go on and lock him in, and then. I want to see if Funchess got something left in the tank. I see him beating out Gary Griffin. To be honest, I really do.
I would say so.
Because I think he can help us people know he can help us in the red zone. But he's a big body receiver / tight end.
I was gonna say you can really push him out to the slot if you needed to.
Right. 100%.
That's a weird position group, man. I like it. That's gonna be good to watch. So let's go offensive line.
But that's the thing this year. I feel like every position group is gonna be interesting to see this year because we have more talent on the team. And to Raul's part, competition is how you gonna push somebody. They're going to be competing at every position group, I feel like, except for the starting offensive line. But dang near every positional group, there is battles at. There's battles at corner. There's battles at linebacker. There's battles at safety. And I love that. Interior D line. There's battles everywhere.
Right.
And we're going to see a huge improvement, I feel like, in our corners because they're going to be going up against better receivers this year as opposed to last training camp. You got the Tyrell Williams and Brashad Perrimans.
Brad, you like practicing all the time, Brad. You don't get
who you were practicing with on the daily. This year, they're going to be going against Chark, Reynolds. Cephas was there last year. J-Mo probably won't be practicing, but just Chark and Reynolds, just seeing the 101s, just like because iron sharpens iron, baby. So I think our corners are going to improve also.
Yes.
But my bad, off topic. I'm mad off topic, but I love how we're sitting here debating on who's going to get pushed out and pushed in on every position group. Because last year, I mean, we had a lot of bums. It wasn't this hard to try to figure out who was going to make the 53-man roster. But go ahead, my bad.
I mean, it's just, the only little.
I love this.
I'll throw in with tight end is because DVT fan man, he said he thought Zylstra was above Brock Wright. Now, Brock Wright was a UDFA, and he kind of came on because of injuries. But then at the same time, so did Shane Zylstra. Like, they both, I don't know who was on first. I think Brock Wright was on first. But I know they both came on because of people missing time. And to me, man, it's just, I don't know. It's weird because they seem like they're signing guys with certain skill sets, and they're bundling up that. You know, they're not kind of tipping their hand where it's like, hey, look, if we want a receiving threat, it's got to be Devin Funchess. Like, nah, it could also be Zylstra because he's still here competing. So you didn't already lock that in. It'll be tough to push it down to 2. I think it'll be tough to make it 2. But I'm
Here's
not
a question.
good with Brock Wright.
Do you think the running game and improved offensive line will be push it in so we don't have to rely on the tight end all the time in the red zone?
It has to be.
You need a blocker.
I mean,
sure.
It has to. It's got to be better than last year. I
would love that.
Hey, and give Jamal the ball down there. I mean, give Jamal the ball inside the 5. Let's make this a saying. Let's put this on a T-shirt. Give Jamal the ball, man. He is a problem in short yardage spots.
Don't get him all tired back at the 20 and 30 and 50.
Don't play with it inside the 5, man.
Save that boy's energy for for busting through that short yardage.
Yes, yeah,
for sure.
Send some love to AP. I was watching some Adrian Peterson, man, old Lions game. And I see him just run this dude over from the Saints. I'm like, hey, I missed that guy. I remember him. You know, that was kind of cool to have Peterson. He ran the ball too much. But my goodness, man, he was powerful as heck.
Yeah,
100%.
I like that about Scarborough at one time, too. He'll just mow somebody over, you know.
You know what?
That's true.
To your point, Raul, is this just me? But I thought Bo Scarborough, played some good football for us when he got his chance.
Well, he's balling out in the USFL now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like he did decent. That one little snippet we got to see of him, I thought he did his thing, man. Bo Scarborough. I
was
remember
so happy we took him off the Cowboys' hands, man. I'd love to play the Cowboys in Madden and throw Scarborough on there and just run on them. You know?
Oh, we go back to Madden.
Yeah.
Dude, there's I don't remember which team it was. There was a USFL team. I didn't watch enough of it, but one of them, you said Bo Scarborough. One of them had you might know what team was. One of them had 3 Lions players, and they had who was that receiver we got last year? The big dude from Wake Forest. Cannot think of his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. UFA.
Surratt.
Yes. They had him, and they had one of our
man.
old tight ends in there, and they had John Atkins on the defensive line. I was like, okay, this has got to see, you know? Yeah, I like that. Hey. All right, let's do it, Brad. Offensive line though, because now we talk in depth. I think this position maybe more than others is you're talking how many, but no, I mean even backup guard, backup tackle. We'll see. Backup guard though is a battle. We got Logan Stenberg in the mix. We have
Tommy Kramer.
Who else do we have in the mix there? Kevin Jarvis in the mix. Who else? Am I missing anybody? Ryan McCollum, but he ain't making it.
Nah.
Am I missing anybody else? Those are the 3 guards.
Nah, I think that's it. I think it's out of Kramer and Stenberg, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Jarvis can play tackle though, so keep that. Hey, you never know. And they're not afraid of keeping UDFAs. So if they're like Tommy Kramer was just serviceable, they'll look for an upgrade. I gotta believe they would just be like, because Brock Wright was a UDFA, they'll be like, hey, we'll upgrade it. You know, Tommy Kramer, same thing. You were a UDFA. You're not a lock just because you were here last year. That's why we got Kevin Jarvis. Because you were on Kevin Jarvis. You're like, man, they gave him some guaranteed money now.
They did.
He can kick out, which we haven't seen from Kramer.
You know, and then
saying,
Stenberg, I think
point.
he was just a beast in college. I mean, and he played with that aggression. You know, you talk about somebody wanting to bite kneecaps. That guy,
That's a Campbell
him.
guy,
you know,
yes,
he did some things in Kentucky, man. He was an angry guy. You know, and you know, so I want to believe in him. You know, but like I said, I mean, I don't know. Nobody's showing out in that regard. You know.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. He got hurt. And then even tackle, I know you're probably looking. Tackle, you got Matt Nelson, of course. Then you got Dan Skipper as well, who's usually forgot about. Obina Eze, of course, in there. Who else am I missing at tackle?
That's it. You got it.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, just Obina.
That's
You got Easy.
That's interesting, man.
I think Easy's a lock.
I see a case for Jarvis.
Yeah, I think so.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think it's gonna be. I think like this might be Jarvis, Easy, and then that's when you're gonna throw in like a Stenberg, Obina.
No, I like Easy. That's good.
Eze?
I think it's
Easy?
Obina Eze.
Is it?
Eze?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I'm Mexican. I should call him SA.
What are you doing?
That
Easy?
essay right
on,
there, man.
There you go.
That essay gonna do something.
Hey, so I think we might go with them undrafted guys, and then that's where like you're gonna either get like a Logan Stenberg or Tommy. It depends on how many online. What we got right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, but then Rad, you have to also think about this. What do the Lions value? Do they value flexibility or do they value reliability? Because last year, Tommy Kramer was reliable. They were able to flip his guard spots going into it.
I think the flexibility is gonna play. So I think it's Tommy Kramer. I don't know if they're working Evan Brown at any guard also, just because I think he should probably look at playing some guard. I know he's a solid center, but let's see what he can do with the guard. I'm gonna go Tommy Kramer.
Hold it down well.
He held it down very well. I'm putting in Kramer. I don't know what y'all say. Or is Kramer or Stenberg?
What's your vote for?
I could go with Kramer because you know, Stenberg just seems a little bit unproven still. You know, so
I'll go Kramer. I'll tie it up. I'm gonna personally. I think I would take Stenberg at this very moment, but for this, you guys are both saying it, so 2-1. Let's go Kramer. And that's it, right?
What about Matt Nelson?
Oh, that's
no Matt Nelson.
Right. I put Eze in there like he was a lock.
You can keep Matt Nelson off the paper. I would agree with that. He's buns.
He's scary on the field, like not in a good way. I get scared if they got to put him in, and I'm
okay. We can always come back. Maybe
trying
there's
to
a spot
drink
open.
more Kool-Aid at that point.
Okay. Interior defensive line. So I put Aleem and Levi. Those are locks. Let me also throw Brockers in this mix too. I believe he's a lock. It doesn't make sense financially. That's also the same little note, but real quick with Cleve, is that his dead cap this year is almost $3 million if you cut him, that's why it would surprise me if he was cut. You can. I'm just saying it would surprise me a little bit. But interior defensive line, Aleem, Levi, Brockers, those are locks. No Pennicini anymore. Who else gets in that group?
Levi, Brockers.
I mean, they're still keeping Bruce Hector around like he might do something. I don't know. I mean, I think
Cornell.
I'm still looking at Jayshon Cornell on the list here. If they got, I get Pascal and
who's the undrafted kid?
I imagine Houston. I think Houston played a lot of inside defensive linemen. Jackson.
Houston. I think I'm gonna list him as an edge on here.
Okay.
Yeah,
because
sounds like
if I'm looking at I'm on Yahoo Sports. They really only have McNeil, and they still have Pennicini over here on tackle. They even got Levi pushed out to the edge as a defensive end. So
I'd go to ESPN.
Go to our lads.
Okay, that's what I need to do.
One of those.
Hey, I feel good about these 5 though, right? Red, how do you feel about this?
Aleem, Levi, Brockers, Cornell.
This is our 5. I feel
so we're going Josh Pascal as an interior. Yeah, I could rock with that. And then I really do want us to retain Taylor on the practice squad though. I see some potential in that.
Yeah.
I hate to. I know this is just going crazy, but Aaron Donald vibe. Aaron Donald vibe. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. I do, man. Like his build and size.
Thing I've ever heard you say. You said Aaron Donald vibe.
Just like his build and size.
His size. I'm not mad at you there. Was he 6'1", 300?
Like, 290. Like just that.
Okay. Aaron Donald, what?
The undrafted kid from Appalachia State. Like he's got a good fire off.
He is.
He's quick.
Low to the ground. Yeah.
So it's like I just get that little vibe. I'm not saying
you know what. Your starter.
We might see when these pads get on. He beat out all these
Yeah.
He might beat these kids up.
Hey, he might. But do you have Brad? You've seen him a little bit. I need some conviction there, Rad. If he's taking one of these new spots, let me know.
I can't give you that just yet because the pads ain't been put on. I know. I set the tone.
All right.
He just gives me that vibe, that look, the way he fires off. I'm not saying his hands are as nice as Aaron Donald's and things like that. He just, I said, I hope we retain him to the practice squad.
Absolutely.
That's what I said. And Cornell's solid. I even like.
Here you go.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That looks good, man. You got it.
Appreciate it. Hey, dude, I'm about to tell my old lady we need to get some Kool-Aid around the house.
Gotta keep something around.
That looks good.
What?
I never have any drinks at the house. Sorry, I don't have anything here.
We keep the pink lemonade, like for that little jar of pink lemonade you pour it in, mix the powder. That's what we keep as reserve. But normally we just keep juice and water. But like if you want something, we just make you a batch of that. Anyways, let's get back on topic.
How do we feel? We're confident with these 5.
I feel
any disagreements, Brad?
I feel cool with them.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I do. Okay. Even like a Bruce Hector. Let's just stay there, and we can always circle back because we got to count it out.
Okay, so we on the edge. Hutch,
chat. How y'all feeling so far? How y'all feeling so far with the roster right here? So far,
yeah.
Tap in. Let us know. Are we doing okay? Are there anything y'all would do different? We'd like to hear from y'all. Because Edge is about to get tricky.
Well, I'm gonna start it off.
If you're real, like and subscribe.
There you go.
I heard that. Okay, Raul. Smash that like button. You heard, Charles? Yeah, Charles is locked in for sure.
Keep it simple with the first 3.
Can I ask a question though?
Go ahead.
Is Romeo gonna be ready week 1? Does anybody know?
I think he will be, man. I think he would be, right? Because his injury was at the very big. It was very early last year. Just like James, but that's the thing. What was his injury again?
Achilles.
Was he?
Man, I don't know. I mean,
he said put Romeo on the pup. Like, is he ready?
Gosh, we better not have to put Romeo on there, bro. And this is a big year for Romeo too. Let's make that clear.
Go ahead.
I hope he's showing up day 1.
He bet, bro. You're
but
right,
I mean, I had an Achilles rupture. I mean, that ain't no joke.
Ooh,
I
Jesus.
mean, yeah, no. When it happened, it felt like somebody hit my ankle with a baseball bat. But and it takes a while to come back from that. I mean, but you look at J-Mo coming along quite nicely. I mean, we talked some basketball earlier. Kevin Durant came back from that Achilles rupture and was able to ball out when he showed up. So I mean, it's as far as for the professional world. I mean, they can come back.
I think he starts off on a pup.
Yeah, man, that'd be.
I think he might.
That'd be so unfortunate.
I think he does
because you need those ankles. When you're rushing the edge, you need to bend. A lot of stress is put on that area.
It's true. No, it's a good point. I'm glad you brought it up, Rad. I would say this though: the good thing that we did is the guy's name that I just typed in. We re-signed him. I mean, my goodness, thank you so much that we re-signed. Because I was even thinking about the injury there, but you just like the fact that we re-signed Charles Harris. Right. That dude can hold it down as a starter. Now, do I want him as my 1? No. All right, no one fears Charles Harris. But if there's someone that takes pressure off of him, he can make a little bit of something happen. As Rad would say, he make a little something shake on the other side. So Hutchinson's going to hold it down. Romeo gives me the Ojabo Hutchinson vibe, where I got 2 dogs on each side. That's a problem. That's what we need to get to. But if he does open up on the pup list, then there you go. Let's put a star next to his name to at least indicate it's possible. Oh, man, it's unfortunate. We got a lot of big names here. But who else we got on edge?
I mean, you
So
got
where's Julian? Where's Julian? Are we putting Julian at edge or linebacker? I think Julian should play it. If he's playing Sam linebacker, I think he should be considered an edge.
Okay, that makes sense. Let's do that. Let's do Julian.
I think Julian makes it
because you already got Pascal under D line, interior.
Right.
So I mean,
that makes sense. Let's do that. Let's put Julian and James Houston both there.
So James Houston makes it.
Oh, on for absolutely. He's right. I mean, he's a sixth round.
I would think so because
shock me.
I think he's the second string. I think he's the second string Sam linebacker. So at that point, your boy just got pushed out the door.
Who? No.
Gerard
I
Davis.
got a different take on David. I don't think he's a Sam.
what y'all think about this Kominski character?
Oh, I like John Kaminsky. Yes, sir. That would be interior defensive line. I think it'd be interior defensive line because of his skill set. You know, he reminds me of a. He would be a good backup to Josh Pascal because his strengths are in the same areas, but it's not to the level that Josh Pascal was. But with that being said, Josh Pascal was also playing college. He was a 4th round pick, but I like him. I do. And if we come back around and there's an open spot, I'm putting John Kaminsky in there.
I saw people excited about him.
Yeah. It makes sense. I mean, look, hey, we've done well with guys from other places recently. So if Mike Hughes pops off, maybe he does too. But it is it's good to have. It is. It's good to have some interior push. But am I missing anybody else at edge that's like obvious here? I feel like I am.
I don't think Austin Bryant's obvious. I think Austin Bryant's not going to make the team. I think he's going to get pushed out.
Man, he's a good player.
I think we're probably good with
Houston.
that.
James Houston.
James.
I put him in at edge.
He got James
Yeah,
Houston.
I put James.
I think we're good with that
right.
because Josh can play some like defensive end. Shoot, Brockers can play some defensive end if need be. Got Charles, Julian, Houston.
Let me.
Yeah, if they're smart, they're going to be mixing it all up and throwing these guys, in so many different places that it keeps, the offense's head spinning, So
Absolutely. And DT Famine says Pascal's the Romeo replacement. They knew it to tell us. I want to give my take on that real quick, Brad and Raul. We keep yours. I don't think he's a replacement because I don't think they have the same skill set. I don't want Pascal playing the edge very often because I don't think he wins it enough and he has enough ways to win it. But I do think Pascal gives you flexibility because now Charles Harris can be your Romeo in the meantime. Because now because Pascal gives you interior rotationalism. And Pascal can pop out at defensive end on early downs. But I think he opens up everybody else's flexibility. That's how I would look at it.
I like that.
Do you think he's like a like I could plug him in and play in the same role as Romeo and we're good?
I don't believe so.
I think so because I think he could play. I think he could play. So if we got a 4-man front, I think he can play strong side defensive end because that's what Romeo's about to probably have to play. It just depends on who's lining up on weak side or strong side. But let's say Romeo starts off on the pup list. At this point, weak side, which would be going up against the left tackle, that's going to be Aiden Hutchinson. And on that strong side, I would put Josh Pascal.
I would flip that because I want a little bit more cornering ability there. I'd flip that.
Yeah,
I'd put Romeo.
I'm looking at Harris or Julian.
I'm talking about if Romeo starts on the pup.
Right.
Yeah.
So then in that case, I would put Charles in that spot. But I'm with you. I think Pascal because we're just flipped opposite. I think you're right. I agree. Josh Pascal could play strong side defensive end, but I want a little bit more ability on the edge there to get after the quarterback. So I would play Romeo at weak side. But to your point, it's like basically what you're saying. We're just flipping it.
I know, but I agree with you right there on passing downs and I guess rushing down or pass downs and run downs. Mm-hmm. Put Charles on the weak side, and then put Aiden on the strong side, which he was primarily playing over there at University of Michigan.
Yeah,
going against the right tackle and things like that. And I like that. I'm not mad at that. But once Romeo comes back, how are they flipping it then? Is
Romeo and Charles' spot at weak.
Okay, and you just keep Aiden going against up the right tackle on a consistent basis.
If I need it, like Hutchinson needs rest or whatever, then I plug Josh in Aiden's spot. But I think without Josh Pascal, now you're trying to figure out, okay, who can plug in if I don't have Hutchinson or if I need a depth here? Who's a guy that still gives me that impact? Because you're right. Like one of our knocks, I remember when we watched him together, you're like, well, he doesn't really bend as well as some of these other elite guys. He doesn't. So to me, Josh Pascal, who doesn't really have much of that in his game, could probably, in situations, plug in a little bit better on that same position.
I would agree.
I don't know if I'm making sense here, but
no, you make sense. I'm following you 100%. I'm following you, baby back ribs. I got you.
Oh man, you got any thought? Anything we're missing here with Edge?
No, I mean I think we pretty much nailed it. You know, it's like Hutch is going to be on one of the sides. You know, we may not know which one. When Romeo shows up, he should be opposite. You know, of Hutch. In the meantime, I think you know, Julian balled out. You know, Harris was getting them sacks, and you know, if they bring someone else down, you know, Pascal has some potential, you know, to play closer to the edge if they're running, you know, a 2 tight end set on that side or something like that, because you know, he could I think that suits his skill set a little bit more than trying to set the edge, you know, as his sole responsibility.
We're all in agreement then. We're all saying the same thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I would agree. So I think that looks good to me. I mean,
how we doing, guys?
I like that so far, and we can always come back and tweak it a little bit.
Y'all see the little blur here? Look at this. Ooh, stop it! Hey, come on, man.
Yeah, those are my cataracts.
Oh, man.
Shoot.
It looks good though. You see this, Ratty? You look good, man.
More Kool-Aid.
We're on the next. What position? Yes, off-ball linebacker. Derek Barnes. I'm gonna say Derek Barnes.
Orange.
Chris Board.
Duracell.
Malcolm Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Board. Malcolm Rodriguez.
Are we sure about
what you
Board?
You need Rodriguez.
I'm not sure about Board.
I think Chris Board is gonna make it. I mean, he's already rotating with the ones, him and Chris Barnes at that position. They brought him in on free agency. I think they're high on the kid. He brings great special teams play. He brings third down linebacker play. Now we got to see if we can have him on the field on first and second down.
Okay. I think you make good points there. I agree. You're right. I mean, his third down ability is see, this is the only thing to me, and I know we're all higher, it feels like. I think Coral's huge on him too. We're all higher on Malcolm Rodriguez than maybe the Lions are right now. So to me, I feel like on third down, Duracell's my backer. And if he's not, it's Malcolm Rodriguez. That's how I look at it. The only thing I wonder about with the whole Chris Board situation is he playing those top reps now because he is what they say is a vet? Like, Jared Davis could also possibly be considered that vet, but aside from those two, is that why he's getting those reps right now? Because I still struggle to think, like, on early downs he's not going to be above Derek Barnes, and he's probably not playing the same role as Derek Barnes. But on third down, you're right, he does bring that value of pass rush and play coverage. So does he get that over Malcolm?
I think they're probably giving him those early down reps right now. For one, to push Barnes, to let him know, like, hey, nothing's going to be handed to you. For two, to probably see how he responds going against the ones during OTAs, to see if he's picking up on the defense, to see if he's playing fast against the ones, as opposed to bringing in a guy and you got him going against the second and third string. Like, yeah, he probably will shine a little bit because he does have some NFL snaps under his belt. So I think we've probably been rotating him at the ones right now to push Barnes and to also to see how he can respond going against our starters. So I think that's probably why he's been in the ones, and I think they probably will continue to rotate him in the ones, not unless Rodriguez comes into training camp and he's just – they already said the kid's smart. That's one of the smartest linebackers that they like ever been around. Now, if he can get in here and make it do what he do when the pads come on, I think Rodriguez is going to leap. I think he could leapfrog some people, to be honest.
Agreed. And I think that would be him. I think he would leapfrog Board.
But I still think Board brings versatility. Like, he brings that third down linebacker. He's a special team ace.
Okay, let's put him on there for now.
And things like that, because we lost Reeves Maven, who was a special teams ace. So I think that's where Board's going to slide in. I think Rodriguez is going to slide in on special teams. I personally want to start repping Rodriguez with the ones to see how he responds to going against starters as opposed to second stringers. But I mean, in football, you got to see what I mean. The coaches, they're gonna start you at second string. If you get out there and start shining, then okay, now let's test you against the ones, things like that. But right, linebackers, I think that is it. I think we're keeping 4 off ball. I don't know what you think, Raul.
You know, I gotta say, I got a soft spot for Gerard Davis, man. I mean,
okay,
not in coverage.
We in agreement.
Not in coverage.
Raul, man.
I mean,
we in agreement.
I appreciate you coming on to the show.
Thank you for hopping on.
I do appreciate you. You seem like a real cool stand-up guy. But after that comment there, I mean, we just gonna have to.
It's nice knowing y'all.
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead,
but see, and where I'm coming from is, I think he's got his head on straight now. I think he's got his mind right. When he first came into the game, you know, I think his mind was just flooded with so many things and expectations and being that first round pick and you know, he wasn't able to let his focus drift at all. You know, I mean, to his point, he said it before, there's a lot of other things going on in life, you know, other than football. And I just got to say that the Detroit Lions regime is more about, you know, is everything in your life aligned so then you can focus on football. So, I mean, he's got, you know, the family thing right. He's got a support system. He knows what he did wrong. So I'm guessing they can improve his skill set. They can, you know, help him take that next step. You know, we got good coaches in place. We got former players that have been there. You know, I think Spielman's going to be in his ear. You know, I think definitely he can help us with that downhill game. If we're going to the 4-3, you know, definitely some early downs against the run. You know, he can clog that lineup. He can find the gaps. He can help us out in the run game. That way, at least, you know, we're saving Board and you know, we're saving Malcolm for maybe some passing downs where we're sure that they're going to be, you know, attacking over the middle. So I like him. And that being said, I mean, is Hamilton in the conversation anymore? I mean, are we thinking that
that's who I personally think Sean Deion Hamilton's probably gonna make it. But I gotta circle back to this Gerard Davis.
Hey, let's go.
I know,
yeah.
I know. We just met. I do like you, but Gerard Davis is not making the team, bro. Huh? Like, I don't care if he's now considered a veteran and things like that. At first, it was a scheme. The guy.
It's always put into it.
He was put in. Wait a minute.
Always been, Red. It's always been.
All
right.
Wait
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Minute.
That's what I'm just telling you.
First, it was scheme. Okay, he was a 3-4. He was a 4-3. He's a 4-3 linebacker put into a 3-4 scheme. Okay, so he goes to the Jets. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The Jets, do they run a 3-4 or 4-3?
They ran a 4-3 last year.
Okay, and he was graded the worst linebacker in the NFL, according to PFF. A lot of people like PFF. Hold on, a lot of people like PFF and things like that. So he was graded the worst linebacker in a 4-3 scheme last year. I don't see what's going to change. The dude can't make reads. He can't play off-ball linebacker. And they already said they've been repping him at Sam linebacker. I think if Gerard Davis has a chance of making his team, he needs to be as close to the line of scrimmage as possible to where it's less thinking and just getting after it. That's why they've been repping him at Sam linebacker. So I think the competition is going to be him at Sam linebacker. Is if he's going to be the backup to Julian, it's either going to be Gerard Davis or James Houston. Him playing off ball, that's out the question, bro. The dudes, he doesn't have the reads in him. Can he attack the line of scrimmage? Yeah, but 9 times out of 10, he's probably gonna miss that tackle. I don't believe in Gerard Davis, bro. I really don't. There's nothing you can tell me to where I think if he makes the team, Gerard Davis will be playing Sam linebacker, and he's gonna be close to the line of scrimmage, coming off the edge. because that's where I think he's best. Even in Patricia, we finally found out, like, well, he's a good blitzer. We can line him up on the edge. But anything other than that, I'm not having Gerard Davis do no type of thinking. No type of thinking. He needs to be on the edge.
Well, this is where I'm at with that, because
oh man,
we got a good scouting room. We right now we're believing in our coaching staff and the decisions they make. And so why would they, bring him in out of nowhere and then front page him? As far as everything goes, I mean, everybody's showing that they're behind him and they're so glad to have him back, and they're really building up the hype on him. I don't see
He's
why
a nice
they
guy.
would do all that unless they saw something in him that really made him say, hey, we can use this would be beneficial for us. But on the same note, they kind of did that with Brashad Perriman, and then all of a sudden he's gone, and then Tyrell Williams, we're so happy to get him brought in, and he lasted about a minute, before rough. I think injury took him out. So I just want to believe in him. I want to. I just want to.
Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay,
y'all are crazy. That's what I was.
Y'all both
Jared Davis is making the team. I can go here and explain why Jared Davis.
No, y'all both are hoping and praying he makes the team. They brought he'll make the team. This is why they brought in Gerard Davis.
No, he'll make the team, and I can explain why he'll make the team, Brad.
This is why they brought in Gerard Davis. They brought in Gerard Davis just to push Julian, to let him know, like, your spot isn't a lock. So we're gonna bring a guy in who is a former first-round pick, who has a name, who's been here before. He knows the community. So we want to push you to let you know that, hey, it ain't a lock because we got this bum right behind you, and we got some rookie. He was only brought in just to make people happy, but dude ain't making a team. Go ahead, tell me why.
Well, here's the thing, right? And I do believe that there is potential to line up as a Sam backer, because he did do it in the second half of the season that he played with the Jets due to his injury, and he lost a step clearly, and he just didn't look that good moving. So they showed that he could do some of that. But with that said, man, I absolutely believe Jared Davis is making this roster. 100% believe Jared Davis makes this roster. You know what he reminds me of, without going into it too deep, because I'm going to do a video on this?
Oh, God. Jamarcus Russell.
Not Jamarcus Russell. Here's what he reminds me of. DeMario Davis. He reminds me of DeMario Davis. Very similar attributes, very similar skill set, very similar build.
Similar names.
Similar names, absolutely.
Oh, gosh.
And DeMario Davis's path to what we know him as now is basically the same path that Jared Davis has taken back to the Detroit Lions. We've all know about the leadership and all the things that get talked about off the field, because, that's great character. But if you look at a Davis where he started off being a pretty high pick, not being able to fit into the defensive scheme, all of a sudden here comes New Orleans. They bring him in, and he has a very similar skill set and build to DeMario Davis. They bring him in, and they allow him in this defense to, as Rad knows, be a lot more aggressive, keep it more simplistic for him as a linebacker, allow him to play fast, understanding his role. When you watched it at times, there was times where he was really good with the Lions. In my opinion, I thought he was really good with the Lions at times in the past on his rookie contract. When he was really good was at the end of his rookie year. In 2017, there were some games where you're like, dude, this guy's balling. And PFF backs it up. So if you want to go to Pro Football Focus, we could take a look at it. He backs it up.
God.
It does. It absolutely does. But that's because as a run defender, man, he is extremely dynamic into the backfield. He's extremely powerful. One thing Dan Campbell told us, he said, we wanted to bring this guy back. We got outpaid for him. We wanted to bring him back. He said he's a guy, he'll split your chin open. And that's how he hits. So it allows him to play like a Sam if you needed him to. But to me, with his athletic ability, his chase down ability, I think what you saw with the Saints, if you pull it back to 2019, they put DeMario Davis at will linebacker. They put him at will. And they allowed him to play that role in that defense next to Manti Te'o, those guys back when they were in the league. And he thrived there. He took off. He went from struggling. People are like, man, his career's over. He becomes the top guy on that defense. He was the best graded linebacker in 2020. 2020, they flip it a little bit because Alex Anzalone's back and healthy. And they play next to each other in that 4-2-5 defense where they get the extra DB on the field. And if it's not extra DB, it's your Sam backer. So to me, I think they'll utilize him as an off-ball. And they're going to utilize him on early downs because Rad made a good point. He can blitz the quarterback. But he can blitz that
That's
thing.
it.
But he can blitz that thing on early downs. And I think he blitzes really well between the tackles, shifty. He's a fun run defender that will miss tackles. But his issue came when he had to take on 2 assignments and sit and wait. When he's going, he is a problem. I believe he makes it.
You think he could be on the field setting the edge on early downs? Even if it's a run play.
That's a Sam? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, it's a Sam.
I think he might be able to. I wouldn't do it.
So if he has, you're okay with him having to set the edge? I mean, 9 times out of 10, he'll be setting the edge.
I don't want him
against a tight end. It'd be a tight end there.
I want him at off ball.
Oh,
absolutely. I want him at off.
You're tripping.
I want him at off ball. I want him to compete with Derek Barnes for the Mike position. And that's what I want.
Tripping.
Now on sub packages, he's coming off the field. He's coming off the field for me because I got better options than Alex Anzalone, just in terms of coverage depth. But if you watched with DeMario, what they did was they limited his coverage role big time. They had him working Will immediately because for their scheme, it was just you played underneath routes, you chased running backs out of the backfield, you played the flats. We didn't make you drop and get depth. Second year, they expanded that role a little bit because they had 2 off balls, and I think you saw him pick up on it. So that's going to be their way. He's got to prove because I think Derek Barnes moves actually kind of well. He started to improve by the Green Bay game. With that said, to me, he's an off ball. He's an off ball to compete with the Derek Barnes, and I don't know if he's going to make the team. I think he will. But to even what Kelvin Shepard said, he is a vet in this league. He understands it, and we can put him at different spots, and he gets it. And they got that connection. They played together. Kelvin Shepard's a big Jared Davis guy. So if there's one guy that's going to preach and push for him, it's going to be him. And to me, that gets him into the roster as the 5th. Because remember, they kept 5 linebackers last year.
They did keep 5. But what it sounds like to me, you're comfortable with Gerard Davis starting next to Double-A. An off-ball linebacker. You're comfortable with that?
I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Oh, gosh.
But I think it'll be Barnes above him. I don't think he'll start. I think he'll back up Barnes.
I think I just opened up a can of worms here. Listen,
hey,
we just all need to pray about this.
I'm glad you did. I think he backs up Barnes. I'm glad you did, man. That's why you here,
Let's go ahead and shelf this topic for a little bit, and, we'll agree to disagree. And put a standing bet up. If he makes a 53-man roster, or if he doesn't, losers got to dye their hair pink, and then we'll just leave it at that.
You know what? Can we do something like this, Fred?
We need to make some.
Now, will you dye your hair pink? I'll dye my hair pink.
I will too.
Now, hold on now.
He said I will too.
I'll go purple.
You dye all your hair purple?
Yeah, there you go. Purple's not bad color.
I'll do the tips purple.
Okay, I'll dye my hair purple.
But hold on.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
I say if he makes the team, he's playing Sam linebacker.
Whoa,
not
now
off
you changed
ball.
it. You don't even think he's going. You came in and saying he ain't making the team.
Hold on now.
That's what you said he's saying. I don't care what role he plays. But then I'm just saying he's making it.
I also said the only way he's making this team is if he's backing up Julian coming off the edge.
But you know he won't because James Houston's making it. So you saying James Houston's not going to make the team?
I think James Houston could find a spot to the practice squad.
In the 6th round?
Well, yeah, just because you get drafted in the 6th don't mean you guaranteed to make the team.
Think they're going to play with that? I can't see them messing with that.
I'm just telling you this.
Jared Davis.
If Buddy makes the team.
Well, Rad, so you got to keep the bet, though, simple. You're betting he doesn't make it. I bet he does make it. We good with that?
Me and Alan already bet 25 wall squats. You know what? I'm taking all bets. Now, barring injury, hold on. Now. Wait. I got some verbiage in there. I got to get right.
Come on, man.
Now, if somebody if say some linebackers get hurt and he make the team, I'm not. No,
that's not fair. That's not fair.
He didn't beat anybody out at that point.
Nah, you can't go there.
But if nobody gets injured and he makes the team, I lose. But if linebackers start falling now and he makes the team, it's like, come on, bro.
Alexander tweaks his ankle and he misses the
he
first
slid into that
You
position.
can't use that.
He slid into that position at that point.
Ready and confident. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to cornerback. Let's go to cornerback.
I'm just saying, man.
We got Hefe. We got Amani. Who else is a lock? What's his name? You all know the third.
Jerry Jacobs is a lock.
Jacobs is a lock. Melifonwu. Melly. I like Melly. I don't know why
I'd put
Iffy. Melly.
Just put Iffy. Put Iffy.
You don't like Melly?
Can I get Iffy? Sticky Iffy.
All right.
Trademark. Last second dose. Sticky
AJ.
iffy.
So we got AJ Parker.
T-shirts
we
on
got
the way.
Savion Smith. We got Cedric
Not to be used
Boswell.
without the express written consent of Brad Ellis.
Thank you, Raul. I thank you. Thank you.
We got
Thank
Mike
you.
Hughes. We got AJ Parker.
I think Mike Hughes is a lock.
Chase Lucas. I like
Mike
Mike
Hughes
Hughes
is-
as well. I like Mike Hughes as well.
Yeah, Hughes.
This is
Hughes
where I think we're gonna get deep.
I like AJ.
I think AJ makes it.
And I'm gonna go. Lucas.
Yo boy Will Harris makes it.
Yup, that's true. Okay. So we're at 7. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, we're not
This
even
is where we
putting
gonna
him
get
at
deep.
Safety anymore.
I think Chase Lucas makes it.
Yeah, I do too.
I say we're gonna keep all these corners because we're about to get real short on the safeties. There's only one other safety on that list that's gonna make it, and that's Kirby Joseph. Just because we have versatility in Harris. If he's also been playing a little bit of safety. So if a safety goes down, that's where Iffy or Harris comes in. So I think we're gonna keep a lot of corners because our corners have show that they can also play safety.
They like CJ Moore.
That's
too.
why
I
we're
don't
gonna-
know.
Yeah, they do like CJ Moore. I like him too. I guess we'll see where our numbers are at when we come back through. I like what everything Rad said, and if he playing some
1,
safety.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Okuda.
I put Okuda's the first one.
Oh, I'm tripping. My bad.
Poor Raul, man. You got any thoughts? Misses here? What are we missing at cornerback? Or does it look good?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. I mean, you pretty much you got everybody there. I don't see this. I don't see Brady Breeze making it. I don't see this Boswell character making it. I don't see
Bobby Price.
Brady's under contract for a minute, man. Come on, Brady Breeze.
I think that's good right there.
Shock the world. Man.
Yeah, I think that'll about do it. And I really think I like that list at safety too. And I think you may have to throw more on there, but I'm gonna start counting things up. Let's see where we're at here. How many people?
I gotta put a kicker in there. Let me put Patterson because I think we all believe Patterson will be the kicker.
Patterson, you got Kirby Joseph. Y'all think CJ Moore is safety?
I do. If I would have had bad money,
I think he's gonna be on that roster. Yeah.
Okay, y'all both said it, so throw him in there. That's 2 versus. I just think we'll go a little thinner, but okay, so let's count them up. You got it, Dose, or you need some help?
I'll count it. We got a 2. We got 6, 10, 11, 12, and we're saying Brock Wright's on the thing. 14, 15. 29. I'm gonna say Romeo makes the roster.
Ken said we sitting at 54.
I got 51. But again, I didn't include James Mitchell or Trinity Benson. And I don't think I included,
Yeah, I think we have 53 with everybody showing.
Wait a minute.
Even with the people on PUP?
Hold up. Let's redo this because this one shouldn't. Let's not include this.
With everybody that I'm counting on the screen, I think.
Let's include Benson. Let's not include Mitchell. And then let's not include no, let's include the rest.
Chat, how many we got? 1, 2,
makes sense.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah. 2, 6.
I got 52.
You got 52? Did you count the red ones?
I counted the red ones with 52.
Did you? You didn't include the red ones. I mean,
I did.
You included
with
the red
52.
Ones.
Yep.
With 52.
Because I counted without them and I got 50.
Okay, so it's 50 then.
Okay, because I got 52 with red.
Okay,
right.
So don't count the red ones. Let's So we have. You're saying we have 50? So we got 3 spots open. Did you miss this one? I want to make sure that no one missed that one because I had that typed.
I caught the PS.
Oh, whoops. No, I did miss.
I caught that
Those
PS.
are
I
two
counted
separate
51.
people.
Who is
Okay, so that
PS?
might be 50.
PS. Oh, Penny Sewell. I
That's
counted
a
51.
weird
I counted
name to
50,
me.
51.
So 51 without the Reds
Yes.
and 53 with them.
Yes, that's what I counted.
Okay. And I counted 50 something.
1, 2,
52.
Red counted
right
57.
there. Down, man. Good.
You know what?
So we got 2 spots open. Let's just say we have 2 spots open. What are we looking at? I think, for me, I'm thinking throw in Jamar Jefferson. And I'm thinking throw in John Kaminsky.
I can agree on that Kaminsky. I would throw in Kaminsky.
Did you get a different number?
But I want y'all to know, on this list, I don't see Gerard Davis' name.
I didn't put his name on there?
Just to let y'all know.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
Well, yeah,
that's
put him in there. Put him in there. What are we doing? This is Brad's fault. Put Jared Davis.
Oh, he said that's a Freudian slip, man.
All
right, let's
There's
make
no
this
Gerard
easier. Let's
Davis
make
on
this
this
easier.
You
list.
subconsciously don't see him at all as a part of this.
Now we good. Now we rolling.
I don't see Gerard Davis. Am I tripping? Oh, you
I
just
see
threw
you.
him in there. JD.
We look good now.
No, we don't. What happened to Kaminsky? So we didn't throw in
Kaminsky
Kaminsky.
He didn't make it.
Jefferson is not making the team, bro.
Jefferson making the team, dog. Yeah. That's a
Jefferson.
You don't want to lose him, I'm telling you. We can lose John Kaminsky, right? You can't lose Jamar Jefferson. Can't lose a dog like that, Rad. We
Bro,
already
I think-
saw last year what he can be. We just need to
No, that running back room is so stacked right there.
Stacked.
It is.
He's
It
not
is.
about to push
But
anybody.
think about it. Jamal's out off contract next year. Craig Reynolds is off contract next year. DeAndre Swift
Running
has
backs.
dealt with injuries, and DeAndre Swift is starting to talk extensions. If
Bruh,
you get Jamal
running backs
Jefferson
come-
involved a little bit, that's okay with
They
me.
come a dime a
That
dozen,
practice
bro.
squad
You,
is looking lonely.
you can find You can
Godwin
find
hits
running
practice
backs,
squad.
bro.
Godwin's going to practice squad.
We can go get Zach Zinner if we need a running back.
Nah.
Oh man, double
Nah,
Z.
there's a difference though. Red, tell me Craig Reynolds. Tell me this, Red. Craig Reynolds, he was different. He was different. You can feel the difference. There's difference between running backs. I agree with you to an extent. I think there's always a certain baseline for most guys where they're getting hit, but there's a difference.
There is, but you could find a running back. That's why if we lose, let's say we lose Jefferson.
No, we can't lose Jefferson.
Next year's draft, we go grab another running back,
No,
bro.
no,
Like
no.
they come a dime a dozen.
No, but what if he's not good, Brad? This one we know is good.
There's
We
always
saw
good
him
late
play.
round running backs, bro. Like Ty Chandler out of North Carolina went late this
What
year
if
that
he's
I
not
thought was a
good?
good running
He
back.
might not be good.
The running back out of Alabama was a good running back that went late. Like you can find a
went
running
round
back.
4, man.
That's late,
This
a
is
mid round.
dog. We got a dog here, Brad. We witnessed with our own eyepieces.
I like
him
him.
ball out last season. How would we?
I
Come
like him, but there's a reason why
Why what?
a guy comes straight from bagging groceries to in the huddle and takes his spot.
Hey,
Like, how did Craig Reynolds just
he was
like?
a
There's
baller.
something going on with Jamar Jefferson that we don't know because
I
Craig
agree.
Reynolds didn't. Nobody knew the kid's name, and he jumped into the huddle. Like that's you're doing something wrong when they bring in just a nobody who ain't even stepped on the practice field. But he didn't even have a locker. He got changed on the sidelines and threw his pads on and took your spot.
Craig
So
Reynolds was
there's something we're
Introducing
missing.
himself in the huddle.
Correct. Thank you, Raul. Like there's something missing there that we don't know.
But does that mean
When
I
he
cut
gets on the
Jefferson
field,
for
he's
that?
solid.
Why would I cut Jefferson for that? Just because Craig Reynolds is good doesn't mean I cut Jefferson. Just because Jameson
I don't-
Williams is good doesn't mean I cut Josh Reynolds.
I don't see why we need to keep 4 running backs when we have 3.
Because we run the ball, Rad. And Swift, you know,
But
hey,
you, but
all
you,
these
but
guys
you know
just-
who else?
What?
You know who else has versatility? Who can hop in that backfield and take a couple
I'm gonna
carries?
say St. Brown, but St. Brown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
You can't put him back
Amon-Ra
there
St.
during the
Brown.
game though. You can give him like one a game.
What you can give him? I think let's push his load. He's proven that he could be a star player. Let's push his load to that Debo Samuel. If St. Brown got to carry the ball 5 times a game, hey, we might have to do that. And I believe St. Brown could do that. Like I don't think Jefferson's making the team, bro. I'm just saying. Shout out to Steve O. Shout out to Steve O. right there. Like
Based on what? My thing is like he was good last year. He was a good player.
he's cool.
He was good. He just didn't get reps. It's like, how does that make him not good? He
No,
was
so you gotta
really
you
good last
gotta
year.
pick. Okay, let's put you on the boat. You got to pick one. You either get Jefferson or Gerard Davis. Which one you want?
Nah, I got both, right? I got both in there. Look, let's get cool Raul set up. Gerard Jefferson. Come on, man.
Both in there.
Let me get both.
I got to use the bathroom.
Take a break, bud.
No.
Okay, go to the bathroom.
Let me get both. All right, fine. All right. If I got to take one off. Why are we taking Jared Davis off? Like, let's be real here. I want to ask you this, Ray. How confident are you really in those four? Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes, Malcolm Rodriguez, and Chris Board. We have never seen Chris Board play an actual role defensively aside from playing on third down. Ever. Malcolm Rodriguez, he's a rookie. I like him. I know we all do, so I'm good with you having the confidence there. Duracell, he's a dog.
Look, okay.
Come on, man.
You ain't even got to go through it. I will give you Gerard Davis. Even though I've been preaching he's not making the team, I'll give you that over Jamar Jefferson. Because I honestly feel like Gerard Davis has a better chance of making the team than Jamar Jefferson. I really do.
All right, how about this then?
Jamar Jefferson brings no special teams to the game. Like,
he blocks. What you mean he's a lead blocker?
On special teams?
On kickoffs, yeah.
He's returning kicks?
No, he blocks. He's like the first line in front of the returner.
That's easy to replace. We can put somebody else there.
That's what he does. Here's what I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you this. I forgot my question.
I think barring injuries, if we can't do it with Swift, Jamal, and Reynolds, we're scrubs. You know,
correct.
Kabinda, of course, he's in that fullback position, so I don't count him. You know, he's doing fullback stuff or he's playing a tight end just to make their head spin. But I think if Swift, Jamal, and Craig all healthy, if we can't do it with them, we're scrubs.
But they won't be healthy though. I mean, I'm not even trying to
Now if that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Keep Jefferson on that back burner. Keep him close by.
Keep him on the back burner. Yeah. I did. Put him on the 53, Rad.
Put him on the practice.
I can't do it, man.
I think
All right, let's do this. Let's take Jefferson off. Let's put Brady Breeze at safety, and we'll keep 5 safeties.
No. I'm not agreeing to that. I'm not agreeing to that. We're too deep in that secondary to take on a guy like Brady Breeze, bro.
If I take Jefferson off, who do you want to add on to the list?
I'd add Kaminsky or Austin Bryant.
You're telling me you'd have Austin Bryant? You take John Kaminsky over Jefferson? What? Based on what?
I'd take
That's
Pimpleton.
What everybody's saying.
I'll take Pimpleton.
I'll take Pimpleton, he said.
I'll take Pimpleton.
Ray, you know we run the ball more than we pass. You're the one that's telling us we got to be able to run the football this year. Why would you keep a receiver over a running back?
Because he's a big play receiver. And nobody keeps 4 running backs. Why are we keeping 4 running backs?
The Niners draft 4 running backs each year. Why can't we keep 4?
Oh, my goodness.
We're not the Niners, bro. I feel like
that's because Debo plays every damn position over there.
Right. I just feel like a running back, bro. You can pull a running back off the street. Like let's say we could. So Jefferson goes down, boom. We're scrambling for a running back. You can go get an old vet. We can go get Le'Veon Bell. Teach him the scheme. About time his second game comes around, he understands the scheme. Go grab a Todd Gurley. I'm just throwing like names out there. You can grab a running back off the streets, bro.
But that's the thing. You're saying grab off the streets as like we're trying to get an average player. I don't want average. I want upside. If you're making this roster,
I think Le'Veon Bell's better than Jefferson.
Le'Veon Bell don't have upside. We know what he is. He is peaking. He's falling off.
At this point, we're not grabbing you for upside. We're grabbing you to fill a hole until Swift gets back or Jamal gets back.
No. I got
Craig Reynolds. One of our starters gets back.
Craig Reynolds is that. I need upside, right? I mean, why would I put you on the roster if you have no upside and you're not a vet? Like, I don't want a vet at running back. You said it yourself. You can pick up someone off the street. I'm
talking about like a week 7 injury happens or week something like that. We just grab a running back, bro.
Why though, Rad? Why?
You just love Jefferson.
I'm just because he's got potential.
Right? You know what?
By the way, the Niners kept 4 backs last year. Just throwing it out.
Chat. Should we keep chat? We really need you right here. Should we keep Jefferson? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Should we keep Jefferson? 1 for yes, 2 for no. Come on, chat. We need y'all right now. Real talk.
I want to see what the Lions. How many Lions kept? Lions kept 5 last year. Lions kept 5 last year. What are we doing?
Things have changed. Things have changed.
UK was on there.
Yeah, get Godwin out of there. Put Jefferson in.
We have more talent this year. We have more talent.
The more talent is showing off. Now we got Craig Reynolds. So take Craig Reynolds. Throw Godwin. Jefferson, you stay.
To be honest, we're arguing about a position to where it's going to have to come down to, like, are you helping us in the special teams? Like, you're our 4th-string running back. So now what else are you bringing to the table? So you say he's a blocker on kickoff return, and that's it. Like, bro, you're going to need to play other phases of special teams. Are you running down on punt team? Are you on punt block team? Are you on kickoff team? It's going to come down to a true special teamer at that point.
That's true. No,
that's what we're arguing about, because he's not going to be taking snaps at running back. We need to know that with there's 4 different special teams group, you need to be on at least 2 to 3 of those special teams groups. And what you just told me, he's on 1.
I don't know about the other. I agree with you there, though, and I think that's why I'm just, like, you're right. You keep your 4th guy. He's probably a special teams player, and the reason you're keeping him around is because you believe down the road he eventually can be a very big part of your team. Because otherwise, why would I keep him? I can just plug anybody into that mix. I would rather keep the upside guy if I know he's probably not going to see the field. So then it does come down to me, to Jefferson versus Godwin, because we know Godwin can return. So if they're not,
then it's Godwin.
But I don't want Godwin.
I don't either. But if we're being realists, it's Godwin who's going to make the team. But
if Godwin's not returning kicks, then why would I keep Godwin? I could just put if I believe you could put Mike Hughes there. So if the Lions believe they can put Mike Hughes there, I think we're good to go. Ooh, there's a lot of words in the building, guys. Okay.
Dosey proves he's better than everyone else. If so, then yes, training camp helps.
Hey, he was balling last training camp. I know that. All right. So here's what we came down. Here's the conclusion. The point is we got a lot of roster bubbles. Let me just go around the room and just give you each person's thoughts. You can add 2 players. I'll take Jefferson and who else did I throw in here?
Gerard Davis.
I'll take those 2 off. So I'm gonna start with you, cool Raul, man. You gotta let us know. You got 2 spots open. What 2 players are you gonna plug into those spots? And this is, if these guys aren't hurt, then but let's just assume that they're on the pup list. So here we go. 2 players you can add to this roster.
2 players I'm gonna add to that roster. Okay. You know what? I'll probably go Kominski and Jared Davis.
Okay.
Rod.
I'm not mad at that. All right. Brad?
I'm going to go Bruce Hector.
Are you serious?
Bruce Hector balled out last preseason. No. He bought out last preseason.
He would throw Greg Bell in that mix. Okay. No, I ain't mad at it. I'm a little surprised, but okay. Demetrius Taylor?
Bruce Hector. And I hate to say it, Matt Nelson.
Would you put, okay, prediction-wise, though, not what you want. You think Matt Nelson makes the team over Eze?
I mean, you know what? Scratch that. I need a guy who got some versatility. I want the kid from Michigan State. I want the offensive lineman from Michigan State. What's his name?
Jarvis.
Yes, Kevin Jarvis. I want Kevin Jarvis.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be Bruce Hector or Sean Deion Hamilton. Give me Sean Deion Hamilton. I want Sean Deion Hamilton because we only have 4 off-ball linebackers.
Yeah.
I want Sean Deion Hamilton, and I'm taking it off. I'm adding an offensive lineman, so I'm going to take the undrafted kid that we gave a little bit of money to from Michigan State. He's got some upside. I want you keep talking about upside.
Kramer, so you want 9 linemen.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. I'm not mad at it, man. I'm not. Woo. That was good. Look at a little breakdown. 2.0. I mean, mine's the best one, but everybody else, they tried. They did some
wrong. Wrong.
They put some stuff together. That was good, though. No, that was good. That'll be fun to watch
Raul.
position groups, man.
Hey,
we double back, man. Like they said, we went overtime today, and it was fun.
Hey, cool with that, man. I appreciate y'all.
Chat. Hey, we appreciate you, chat. We appreciate y'all for tapping in once again to listen to us 3 men talk sports. Raul, you got to do it. We need that words of wisdom, baby. Real quick though, before you hit it, everybody hit that like button real quick. Take a second, hit that like button. Please hit the like button. It helps the channel. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Dose, you already know. You do the most. One love. Raul, words of wisdom, baby.
Wait. Before he does that,
Oh, wait.
Can I ask a question? Because I just like to know, what is your favorite movie? Ooh, Raul.
The Godfather.
Okay.
I like that. I don't think I've ever
Comedy.
heard someone give that answer. I like
comedy. That. Favorite comedy.
I don't know. I like Talladega Nights, I guess, man. You know?
Okay.
I'm always laughing at that one, you know.
Okay, little Will Ferrell.
Yeah, little Ricky Bobby. All right.
Little Will Ferrell. Okay.
What about you, Rad?
Favorite movie? I don't know, man. I got a lot of favorite movies.
Nah, bro, you only can pick one. Right now, if you had to sit down and watch a movie, boom, I drop you in your own home theater. Click on a movie. What movie is it?
It's probably gonna be Django Unchained.
That's your movie. Huh?
I love Django Unchained, bro.
That's your.
I like Quentin Tarantino films. Leonardo DiCaprio is one of my favorite actors. Jamie Foxx is. It was just a great movie. You know what I mean? So Django Unchained. Comedy. I got a lot of comedies. It's like
there's a lot of good movies.
It'll probably have to be Life. Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence.
Oh, that one's a good one. You know it.
Life.
Harlem Nights too. I laugh my ass off.
Harlem Nights, second favorite comedy. But then I get into it. I like a lot of comedies, bro. Like comedies. I don't know. Too. Yeah, I love comedies. Everybody should love comedies.
How about you, Dose?
Yeah,
where you at?
Django Unchained. Yeah.
I was reading it. What? Wait. Oh, what's mine? I would say my favorite movie. I would say Taken, man. That one hits different every time I watch it. I love those types too. I'm a thriller movie man, so that one always gets me.
Okay.
Comedy. Well, aside from the SpongeBob movie, because Rad, I know that's Rad's go-to as well.
How could I forget?
Yeah, absolutely. How could you forget? You knew what was coming. You knew what was coming. You knew what was coming. Oh. That's a movie that always makes me laugh, man. I don't know. I say Billy Madison's probably that one.
Billy Madison.
That one always gets
okay.
me.
Okay. That's different coming from a youngster.
Yeah, I got the movie poster for it. I was showing Rad one time on here. I got the big movie poster.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, man.
That's a classic.
Well, hey, y'all just got our favorite movies, favorite comedies. Hit that like button. Show us some love. Raul, take us out with words of wisdom, baby.
Yes, just walk in the light, stay in the fight, keep it real all day and all night.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.